Hey, you're watching Half Asian Tarot Queen. I am Elisa, here to do a reading. I just did a split and it's like, ooh, Wheel of Fortune and the Devil. So the thing that this just came to me was there was a reading that I just did a few days, well, a while ago, a week ago, I don't know. But anyways, it was something about how the toxicity was going to be blindsided by a massive disruption. And that's totally what that looked like to me. So, okay, so, wow, okay. So when I pulled down the toxicity, to get more clarity, we got Judgment, we got Temperance, we got the Ten of Pentacles, and we got the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. So it's like, whatever this toxic situation is, like, judgment is being passed on it. And balance is in order, is being brought to this situation. So it's like this toxic situation is going down. And like, there was a long reading from a long time ago and it was called like Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead. But that's kind of what I get, because it's like the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Like, that's like massive. Like, that's just like really, really good fortune for maybe whoever's been being sort of blocked by whatever this toxicity is. When I pull down the Wheel of Fortune, we got the Four of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. The Two of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. The Seven of Cups. The Six of Cups. The Ace of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. So what I'm getting from this is, obviously there's a significant disruption that's happening. It seems like it has to do with like a long-standing relationship that's being brought back into balance. Like, karma is being restored and allowing this passionate, fiery new start to happen. Because like right now, what's sort of prevailing over the situation is sort of like, this is a card of like just being stuck, like not wanting to invest in anything new, you know, just kind of like holding on to what you have, but you're not like moving, like you're just stuck. This is another card of being stuck. It's like an inner conflict that's like blocking movement. And then we have a card of illusion. So like there's some really stuck person who's like in illusion, which, you know, I mean, that's kind of what toxicity is. Like, this person is stuck, they can't move, they can't see a way forward, and they're blocking like everyone around them. But like, this situation is getting disrupted and it's allowing progress to happen. So it's like, oh my gosh, this thing looks like it's been, I mean, there's like, this is like a lot of like really stuck energy. So it's like, this has maybe been stuck like this for a while, because it's like, I mean, that's like really stuck. So whatever that is, stuff is moving. This is moving. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the Mystical Shaman Oracle and we'll get some sort of like spiritual perspective. I've got like, it's like my hair has kind of gotten tangled in here. Ooh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to disentangle ourselves from this situation so that we can move forward. Like, this looks like a deep-rooted like family or some kind of situation that's like really toxic, that like you've been kind of trying to disentangle yourself from for a while, but something is happening which is going to change the game here. Okay, all right, we got, Wow. The Time Master and the Moon. So this is really interesting because this really speaks to like, there's like recurring cycles that happen in our life, and a lot of it's based on our own beliefs because we attract what we believe. So it's like if you believe in something, like for example, if you have like a scarcity mindset, even though the situations around you might change and the people might change, like it's kind of like the same recurring situation that happens over and over again until you learn the lesson and like sort of like finally change your own energy, so you start attracting a different situation. So that's kind of what this card is about. And then this is a card of like the cycles of life and about timing. So like whatever it is that's happening, it's like it was meant to happen right now, and it is happening right now, which is really it's like you finally figure, you know, another example would be, you know, like maybe believing that, you know, all men suck or all women suck, or, you know, it's not possible to have a good relationship. Well, it's like if you believe that, then that's the relationship that you're going to attract to yourself. So, you know, until you like heal your own inner wound, you're going to keep attracting that situation to yourself. So, whatever the situation is, it's changing. So somebody's learned the lesson and they're being kind of like released, but it's like, oh my gosh. So we got the Prism. I just pulled out the Prism Oracle, and I got these two cards: isolation and frustration. So this is really interesting because this is like someone who's like, I mean, this is almost like someone who's really tapped into the spiritual dimension, but they're totally on their own. And then this person is like trying to drive a square peg through a circle, and it's not working, and it's really frustrating. And so it's almost like this toxic situation, it's almost like it's been isolating someone from the resources and the people that they need to like move forward. Because it's like that happens a lot when you're in a toxic situation, because people like will avoid you because nobody obviously wants to get sucked into that. This reminds me of, there's this Harry Nilsson cover of the John Lennon song Isolation, and it's like the most wonderful, awesome cover ever. And I might have to go listen to that later because I think, I mean, the one good thing about being isolated like this is that it's like there's spirit all around this person. Like there's like spiritual growth that happens. But it's almost like this person has like risen above whatever this situation is, and it's time. There was a reading actually that I also did that was something about like this conflict is beneath you because you're meant for better things. It's like this person has grown through this process, and like now being around this sort of like ridiculousness is sort of frustrating for whoever is kind of evolved beyond it. I'm gonna go to the angels and ancestors and pick another card. There's actually, it's interesting that this comes up because there's a full moon happening today as I'm reading this. Oh, and the drum was right underneath this. So it's like some rhythm is going to be evoked from this full moon, which is going to help to move this situation forward. By the time I post this, it's probably going to be a little bit after the full moon, but at the time that I'm reading this, I'm like fully entrenched in full moon energy. So, okay. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I've never gotten this card before. Okay, we got Hunter. Track down your fears and desires. And then we have Magic Guardian. unlock the magic within. Yeah, so part of that, this whole isolation and the spiritual journey, is that it's almost like this person has been confronted with all of their fears and weaknesses, and like, so they've had to kind of go through this. There's a reading from a long time ago, Jedi training, like going through all of this unearthing of all these fears and desires and healing them so that they can unlock magic within, unlock their power, and shed these old beliefs, so that they can evolve. So really, really interesting. I'm going to go to the Intuitive Night Goddess. We'll pick a few tarot cards. Oh my gosh, right at the bottom of the deck we got freedom. There's a whole thread about freedom. This always makes me think of that George Michael song. And it's funny because I was talking about unlocking the magic within, and you know, that song is all about him like sort of like shedding the skin of like other people's expectations of who they thought he was, and him like being able to like express himself and be authentic with himself, you know. So it's like things are gonna change. This is gonna cause an upset, but it's almost like this toxic situation has been blocking someone from being able to be themselves, and so they're having to shake it off so that they can be who they're meant to be. Okay, since it is a full moon, I'm going to go to the Queen of the Moon Oracle and pick a final. Again, like by the time this gets posted, it's going to be a little bit after the full moon. I am going to post a reading for the full moon today, like maybe right after this. Got some new glasses. Yeah, the prescriptions like my eyesight is definitely going down a lot faster than it was in earlier eras. Okay, surrender and the path. Oh my gosh, so I just got a couple of things. So one is this person is like surrendering to their own destiny, and like their path is like becoming clear. Like they're starting to see the path forward now. So it's like almost like they've been in this state of confusion, and like there's been all this chaos around them, and it's been blocking them from seeing clearly the path out of it. But like this little ladder, and they're seeing the path to their freedom, and that's maybe the enlightenment that's going to come to this person during this full moon. Like it's finally going to become clear, like, oh my gosh, like it's sort of like the end of the Wizard of Oz when she clicks her heels together and realizes, like, you know, she had the power within her the whole time, she just wasn't seeing it. And like that's kind of like the revelation that seems like it's going to, it's like it's time to go on your path, you know, like you're not meant to be blocked by whatever this is. It's it was meant to enlighten you to your path, and that path is going to become clear. So here we go. Sounds exciting. We'll check back soon with more messages.